guys, today I want to show you Light, my custom light kit. I was inspired by Grayscale Gorilla and wrote my own light kit. So first let me quickly show you how to install it. Inside your application folder, inside of Maxon, there's the Cinema 4D folder, and inside this directory there's a library folder, and inside that one there's the browser, and there you have to drag it in. So download it and just drag it in. So let's now start Cinema, and if you go to Window, Content Browser, you will see the light. And for example, let's start with rooms. You just double click, and what you have here is a basic room with some basic objects. Let me quickly render this scene. It renders pretty fast. So it's a room where you can put your stuff in and you will have some really nice reflections. So what you can change here is, let me show you here in the view. This is room 1. You can change it to room 2. We will have some nice lights here on the top. And if you compare it, this is room 1, this is room 2. Let me quickly show you room 3. There are lots of lights here on the top and on the side. And yeah, you can basically put your objects in here and they will get illuminated, and you will have some really nice reflections of the room if your objects are reflective. So yeah, room 1, room 2, room 3. So let me delete this one, go back to the view, and what's next? Here we have some simple objects with which you can control your lights. So here you can change from balls to rings, some basic elements. And let's keep working on this scene. For example, I have a studio. You can put these balls into a studio. And what's next? Let's put a softbox on it. Let's quickly zoom out here, and the softbox contains lots of options in here. I don't want to show you all of this stuff in detail, so you should just experiment with it. But let me show you, for example, it's what you can do. For example, if you have some reflective elements again, here you can change how many reflectors you want to have. For example, just one big one, 9 ones, or custom shape, which is pretty cool. For example, if you want to have, I don't know, 2 in U and 5 in V, and change the size, and can give this, and this can give the objects a really cool reflection. Let me show you here. So here you can individually set the reflection types. Here you have a little ball. This is the target for the softbox, and for example, you can focus on this part here and rotate it, the softbox, around this object, and this one here doesn't get rendered. So yeah, just experiment with all these settings, and let's just move to the next one. For example, here I have a reflector, and let me quickly move this softbox, and yeah, this reflector is really cool for reflective elements, where you can again build your own reflection types. For example, let's choose a grid, and this here's the overall size, seen by camera, seen by reflection. For example, let's make 2 reflectors in X and 5 ones in Z. And if we now zoom into the scene, you will see the really nice long reflectors here. So let's now change this one to a circular, make it a little bit smaller, and here you can change the X, Y, and Z sizes. Let's render this one again. And this is the circular reflector. So let's go back. Let me quickly delete this one and let's put in another light. Let's, for example, put in this spotlight here. Again, this spotlight here has some light target, and let's move this spotlight like so. And what you can do is, for example, change the angle, change the barn doors of this light, which is, I think, pretty cool. And so this is your basic light setup here. Let me quickly render this. So, and if you don't want to see this light, you can just disable the scene by camera. If we render it again, it won't appear. So let me make a new scene. And the next one I want to show you is the HDR sky, which is pretty helpful. Pretty easy setup. So you just have to select an HDR file. For example, here I have this one. Oh, by the way, I can't give you all these HDR files because I don't have the rights. But if you search, you will find lots of websites where you can download lots of free HDRs. So I just loaded this one in, and let me again import this simple object and just render it. And here you have it. So, and here again you will have lots of controls. For example, you can pre-blur the HDR, so you get a blurred version. So, and yeah, lots of options you can try on your own. So I think that's pretty much it. That's Light. I didn't really want to go too much into detail. I just want to give you a brief overview what's included, and I really encourage you to just build your scenes and put it in and experiment with all this stuff. So if you like it, please leave me a comment, or much better, send me some rendered pictures where you put in this light. So yeah, thank you.
With a thicker coat of rust and dust, I guess there's nothing left to discover, so let's just park our cars and